Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Slice of Shonen. I'm your host, The Cloudy Crone. Today, we'll be reacting to Higurashi, When They Cry, episode 5. And in the last episode, we have unfortunately lost our first main character, who was Reina. Well, I guess it's not really unfortunately, because she did try to slaughter Keiichi. So I guess it's a good thing we got rid of Reina. So now all that's left is... okay. Hold on, we'll get to that in a second. But anyways, in the last episode, things started off pretty creepy because we knew now that Reina was actually stalking us and that we could not trust her. There was something weird about that girl, and we didn't have any hard evidence. We just had a lot of suspicions. And on top of that, we also had a bunch of evidence from the police officer, Detective Delicious, who let us know about Reina's past and all of these events that happened in the past years and all of that jazz. So anyways, Keiichi, he goes to school, and when he gets there, everything seems pretty perfectly fine. Nothing weird's really happening. The weirdest thing, I guess, that happened was the fact that we bumped into Rika, and we were super suspicious of Reina because she was acting really weird. She was stalking us yesterday, and Rika pretty much told us to just throw our suspicions away, to not be cautious of her. And it's kind of weird because she said that with a smile, even though we were talking about some pretty serious stuff. So I don't know why she told us to throw it away necessarily. Did she know that Reina was weird like that? Did she know that Reina was the killer? I have no clue. But anyways, later that day, Keiichi, he heads home and he gets a call from his mom, and she tells him, hey, me and your dad are going to Tokyo, so we're not gonna be home tonight, but we do have dinner prepared for you. And he's like, oh, okay, what do you mean by that? And she said, oh yeah, your friend Reina, she's gonna be bringing dinner for you. Now, we're already super suspicious of Reina, so the fact that she's gonna be delivering food to us at our home while we're alone, parents are gone, you don't know what the heck is gonna go down there. And when she gets there, now of course a normal person would just, ring the doorbell, knock on the door. She was banging on the door like she was the FBI trying to get Keiichi to open up. It was she was out for blood. I don't know why she was banging on that door so loudly, especially if she was trying to play innocent. It seemed like she just threw that facade away and she was ready to take Keiichi out. But Keiichi followed Rika's advice and he threw away his suspicions and he said, you know what, I'm gonna open the door, pretend like everything's fine, maybe I'm just going crazy. So he opens the door and Reina comes in with 2 huge bento boxes, and Keiichi asks to help her open them up. She kind of pulls them away and says, no, I got it, you just wait here, I'll prep everything. And then she goes into the kitchen, she lays out her tools. She has rope, a kitchen knife, she has a bunch of weird torture tools that she brought in those bento boxes. And then Keiichi makes the biggest mistake possibly of this entire season, which was him walking into the kitchen. And then of course she pulled the knife on him, she started chasing him, trying to slash my boy up, and she got him with a couple good slashes. And then things really started to go downhill once she jumped on top of him and stabbed him. And from there, she just started stabbing and stabbing and stabbing over and over and over again. And somehow, Keiichi was still alive. He was still eating those hits. He was alive and alert enough to reach over, grab an alarm clock, and smack her upside the head. And it was this weird exchange of her stabbing him while him smacking her. All while this is happening, she's just maniacally laughing. There's something definitely wrong with that girl. And then, of course, Keiichi passes out from blood loss. Rika passes out probably from brain damage from getting smacked in the head so many times. And then Keiichi wakes up in the hospital, and MION is right next to him. She's pretty much telling him everything that happened, but she also mentions that Rika and Satoko are also dead. So I was gonna say in the beginning we only lost Reina, but we lost Reina, Rika, and Satoko. So 3 main characters. It's just Keiichi and MION left right now. And something that I thought about that I didn't mention in the last episode, real quick before we end this, is the fact that Rika was there on the day that Keiichi was stabbed. that morning was the morning when she told him not to pay attention to any of the like weird things that was going on with Rena. So she had to be killed that same day. My guess is either Rena killed Satoko and Rika and then went to kill Keiichi, or while she was killing Keiichi, MION was killing Satoko and Rika. I have no clue, but anyways, let's jump right into this. If you guys are excited for the episode, make sure to leave a like. It helps me and the video out so much more than you might think. So if you could take the time to do that right now, I would very much appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to the channel for more weekly Higurashi When They Cry reactions. But with that all out of the way, let's get right into this episode. Alright, so as a real quick disclaimer before we get into the episode, if you'd like to see the uncut picture-in-picture reaction, make sure to head on over to the Cloud Crowd Discord. The link to that will be in the description. All you have to do is join the Discord, go down to the questions room, and ask how can I see the full picture-in-picture, and then myself or a mod will come to help you and make sure that you stay notified whenever a full reaction drops. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy the reaction, and let's get right into the video. Alright, I like that attitude, dude. He's tired of losing. This looks fun, man. But, I mean, I'd be kind of worried, because they're, like, riding bikes down a street. If a car comes, they don't have much room to move aside. Oh, he's got his headband tied up. He's ready to go, dude. These guys, they came to win. Oh, is this life? I haven't played this game in forever. Dang, $5,000? Oh my god, what? Dang. So much for good luck. Okay. This is the Satoko we know. 2? Oh my gosh, Keiichi. It's looking bleak. Oh, I've played that game before! Oh my gosh! I remember playing that in my Japanese class. Rika. Oh man, dude, all of these games! They're all, like, classics that I haven't played in forever. And these guys are just letting her win. They all have an advantage. Okay. You're not allowed to threaten us. That's a rule. What is this man trying to manipulate them into? Oh no. I guess this is one way to win. These poor kids. Oh man. My man is building himself an army. An army of loyal soldiers. Oh dang. What do these kids think? These kids that were just lied to. What? What in the world? Yeah, I'd refund that thing immediately. There's no way I'm keeping a doll like that in my house. Oh man. Look at her, she's blushing. She wasn't expecting this curveball. Look at how happy she is. This is wholesome. Alright, MION, best girl? I mean, when I saw the first episode, she was the one that, like, immediately piqued my interest in. Because, I don't know, she just has, like, cool older sister vibes. Yeah, deserved. Aw, man. And here it is. Dude, they're gonna start catching feels for each other. Look at his face, man. He is loving this right now. This seems like a completely different side of her than what we usually see. Oh, that explains! She's her sister. That's why the personalities are different. I wonder, dude, if both of the sisters are gonna fall for Keiichi. But real quick, I was gonna say, in the first episode, when we see Keiichi with his bat, and it looks like he's bashing MION's head in, was that really MION, or was that her sister? Ew. Oh my god, her voice actor, I just realized. She sounds so familiar. Maybe it's not a sister. Maybe she just has like multiple personality disorder or something. We've never seen both of them together, so we don't know. Mom? Reina? Reina, is that you? Okay. So Shion is here. What for? Oh man! Is she? Hold on, hold on. Wow, so she's doing what Reina was supposed to do last episode. Hopefully there's not a knife in that bento box. Dang. Wait, it was MION that made that feast in the first episode, right? So maybe can both of them cook really well? See, I know they're the same person. They have to be. Maybe they're both different sides of her. Cause why would she be so embarrassed? As a psychopathic serial killer, that's how I look at that. I don't trust that face at all. You're not gonna fool me. Is this the same festival? Oh, it is! Oh man. It seems almost like last episode never even happened. Is this like another timeline maybe? But I could have swore... Wait, maybe it is 1983. I'm not sure. Maybe that was the timeline where Reina died and she like attacked Keiichi. Man. Oh no, you better run. You better get the heck out of there. You know how these guys are about their bikes. Let's go, MION. Set them straight. Ooh, I like this side of her. She's ready to throw hands. Oh man, she's got backup. Oh, everyone's here. They're about to chase these dudes out of town. They're just waiting for these hooligans to make a move. This is a bit weird though. Like why the heck are so many people paying attention to this? Alright, well, dang, there was something that, oh yeah, okay, I remember what I was gonna mention. I was gonna say it during the opening song, but we didn't have one this episode. So, basically, I think that from last episode, like, for example, when Reina was, like, prying the door open and looking through after she was banging on the door for so long, and, all of the other visions that Keiichi's had of her that didn't really happen, I think that all of those might be events that happened in other timelines that Keiichi is just remembering for some reason. Or maybe he experienced all of those and he's just rewound back in time and he forgets about it for some reason. But regardless, I think that all of the weird visions that Keiichi's been having, and like this one right here, where he had the bat and he was bashing their heads in, I think that was in another timeline. Different from the one we're in now. Oh! I didn't even realize this! Oh my gosh! Holy, that was a huge clue right there. Where you see all of the like torn calendar papers on the floor and there's blood all over them. If you look at the days on those calendars, it repeats multiple times. Like there were a couple 20s, there were a couple 21s, a couple 22s, some 18s. So clearly there's like, well, we already know that time travel's going on here. But I thought that Rika was the only one that was involved. Maybe Keiichi is also a part of this. I'm not sure, or maybe it could just be Rika. maybe she just keeps going back in time. Maybe she's trying to save someone or save everyone and prevent anyone from killing each other, but because of this curse, something always keeps going wrong that she doesn't account for. So, man, things are getting interesting. Oh, I'm so glad I picked up on that. That's such a cool clue. The fact that we see all of those, like, days of the calendar that are torn off from the calendar and just laying on the ground, piled up. So that clearly, that like 100% confirms that we have been over these same days multiple times. Like, we've lived through the 20th of, what are we in, June? We've lived through that multiple times. That is so cool. I love how they threw that in there. But I think I might be onto something, dude, when it comes to Rika trying to save everyone, but the curse is kind of stopping her from saving them. Man, this kind of reminds me of Madoka Magica, dude. This kind of reminds me of Madoka Magica. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil in case no one's seen it, but if you've seen it, you probably know what I'm getting at when it comes. Oh man, okay. I'm just gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to spoil. But this reminds me a lot of Madoka Magica with Rika trying to save everyone. You guys know where I'm going with that. But dude, things are getting super interesting. Now let's focus more on this episode, because MION and Shion, I think that they are both the same person. And I think that MION, of course, has this kind of like serious, kind of independent personality to her that she shows whenever she's at school with Keiichi and everyone, but there might be a part of her that's catching feels for Keiichi, and she doesn't know how to convey that to him while being that independent, like, mature personality. She doesn't know how to do that, so maybe she made up this person, her sister Shion, is actually her. But this is like the girly, kind of flustered side of her that's trying to flirt with Keiichi. So, oh man, that would explain a lot, because I think the number one dead giveaway that those two might be the same person is the fact that Shion brought the bento boxes to Keiichi, and he of course ate it, and he brought it back to school the next day, and he gave it to MION. And when he gave it to MION and thanked her for it, she, like, her face was red. She was super embarrassed. Like I don't know why she would be so embarrassed, unless maybe she was the one that made the food and Shion gave it to him, and she's just happy to hear that Keiichi liked it. Or she was pretending to be Shion. She gave the food to him, and then he gives the boxes back, and she's of course happy that he enjoyed it. And on top of that, with Rika and Shion and pretty much everyone talking about this whole idea of how you should never judge a book by its cover. Like, MION may seem like a very, like, serious, not really serious, she jokes around a lot, but she seems like a very independent, mature person, but at the same time, she does have a girly side to her. And Reina especially, she seems super, like, nice and innocent, and she loves everything cute, but we know that the other side of her is a psychopathic serial killer. So now, we just need to figure out what the other sides of Rika and Satoko are. I'm guessing, I'm not entirely sure what Rika could be, because we have seen Rika when she was in that, like, space area talking to the other girl with the purple hair, and she did seem a bit more serious. Like, she didn't have that, like, cutesy tone in her voice, and she didn't have that, like, that smile. So I don't know if that's the other personality that she's hiding, or if there's another one. And this is just, like, the personality from that space room is just what she's like after experiencing all of these timelines of her friends dying constantly. So, we have a lot to figure out, definitely. This was such a fun episode. not only to watch but to react to, because like there was so much content to react to. Like, it was funny. There were so many interesting points that were brought up, and like seeing this whole like MION potentially pretending to be Shion situation, like, because we haven't seen much from MION at all. The most we got from her up until now was when Keiji asked about violence and the dam that was being built and construction workers and everything, and she had that serious tone in her voice. But outside of that, like, it was just like playing games at school. There wasn't really anything focusing on MION, and now we're finally getting that, so I'm glad to see that. But anyways, with that, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you all so much for checking out the video. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, comment your thoughts on the episode down below, and subscribe for more Slice Shonen content. But with that, I'm going to head out, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good one.